All right. Good evening, Tony Young. Good evening. Good evening, Katie. How you doing? Good evening. What up, Smoke? What's happening there, brother? Uh, Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to After Dark with Shawn Cornelius. I am your host, the romantic funny man, Shawn Cornelius, and getting ready to have another fantastic show tonight. I hope everyone had a blessed Thanksgiving in the way that you celebrate Thanksgiving. We know we don't really now celebrate the way America celebrates, but I was very blessed today to be with my family, my aunt, talk to friends, companions, and all of those folks, supporters. And I had a very peaceful and restful day. Hello, Lisa Sanford. How you doing? Hello, Darla. Hey, Rhonda. Glad you guys are joining. Hey, Denise. Um, so tonight I got a fantastic guest, somebody I really cherish as a friend, as a brother. And we're going to get into, hey, Nancy, get into all of that really quickly. But I want you guys to know you can tune in 5 nights a week now for After Dark with Shawn Cornelius. I'm excited about doing it regularly. Got some really fantastic guests coming up next week. It's all female guests, but in the upcoming weeks, I'm going to have some celebs, some people. I guess they could be considered famous people. Some reaching out to a lot of really great guests that are going to come and sit down and kind of communicate with me, and I'm going to bring them out so we can have some more fun during this pandemic. All right, tomorrow night, make sure you join me for Ashley Williams. Ashley is a good friend of mine who just released his latest, his very first rather, CD, and it's called The Introduction. And he's going to be on tonight. We're going to play a song from the CD and have a nice conversation with Ash. But tonight, listen, we ain't even talk about nothing else now except who I have coming on tonight. I've known this man about 20 years now. I met him down in Charleston, South Carolina, when I first started actually doing real radio. And when we met, he had um, a show on the sister station, which there was like a cluster of 7 or 8 stations. And I was on one station, Z93 Jams, and he was on Magic, and he's still on Magic. And he's a very cool dude. Hey, Shasha, what's going on? Shasha actually works down there as well in Charleston. I know her from the radio station. And this guy is just a great dude. He's a fun guy to be around. He's always been very supportive. He's a very spiritual man, which I love, and he's going to come on and talk about some things. Let me just go ahead and introduce him. He's known as Stevie Byrd. Stevie Byrd, you see the name up there, Step and Sprinkle. Stevie Byrd of Magic 107.3 down in Charleston, South Carolina. Stevie, come, bring yourself back on in here, brother. What's going on, man?
How you doing, Sean?
I'm so blessed, man. Thank you. How are you, man?
Man, God is good, man. God is good. Every day is a good day for me.
Yes, sir, man. You caused quite a stir on my show when I had Miss Tony. Miss Tony's actually on the Facebook joint watching right now. So she is there, and now it's her turn to harass you tonight.
How you doing, Tony?
And we ain't gonna make this no one-on-one conversation. We got about 12 people here, so don't try to make no one-on-one situation going on. But it's really wonderful, man. Thank you on Thanksgiving night. Thank you for giving up your time to come and hang out with me, bro.
Yeah, anytime that I can be a part of your platform, man, I'm honored. I'm really honored.
No, this was great. Well, let's take them back, Stevie. I started working at Z93 back in 2000. Yeah, 2000.
Whoa,
Right.
man, you're trying to make me feel old now.
Well, look, I'm gonna age both of us then. 'Cause, that's 20 years ago when I started working at Charleston, and I wanted to work on the morning show and be the comedian. And Terry Bass stuck me on the midnight show, which I
Yeah.
didn't know was going to be a blessing in disguise. Now, back in 2000, let's tell the people, how long have you been doing radio, Steve?
I've been doing radio for 46 years.
Ugh, you talk about me dating you, 46 years.
46 years. I started doing radio at the age of 15 when I was in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I was at a small AM black radio station called WAAA.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I used to get off the school bus in like the ninth grade at the radio station and go do my air shift. Yeah.
Sweet, sweet. And what kind of show did you? What kind of show could you do if you were doing a show at 15, or you were just working at the station?
No, I did a R&B radio show. I did the afternoon drive from 3 to 7, which was the last shift at that particular time. You know, back then, AM radio, which is what's AM, we signed off the air at 7 o'clock at sundown. We had to sign off the air.
Mm,
Yeah,
okay, okay, all right. And then so Winston-Salem, which is in North Carolina.
yeah.
When did you start in Charleston, man?
I came to Charleston in November of '94. I was at WPAL
Yes.
100.9,
Yep.
which I did the night show there, which was called The Rhythm, 100.9 The Rhythm. That's when I
Okay.
came to Charleston in '94. Before then, I was at I was in Columbia. I programmed the radio station in Columbia called WKWQ, which we were out of Batesburg, South Carolina, but was broadcasting and pretty much known in Columbia.
Okay. So Stevie, we go back. You're a Southern boy. You're a Southern man.
Oh,
You're a gentleman.
I am a country boy. I am a country boy. I know
Biscuits.
no other way. All ladies, they know. I have to open your car door for you, so don't try to beat me to the passenger side. I have to open that door for you.
So you're starting already. There you go. Sell yourself, brother. Well, from time to time, Stevie, I'm gonna jump over to the comments over on Facebook because there's a lot of people here leaving comments, and I want to let you know what they're saying. Tony Young says, "I'm watching." Hey, Bird. D says, "Hello, Stevie Byrd." D would sit in on our radio when I do the Expressions of Love and Romance show. You know her of her.
Yeah.
Skip G has jumped into the room. Denise says, "Great." She says, "Radio voice for real." And Shasha chimed in. Obviously, you know Sha.
Sasha. Oh,
Yeah.
that's my girl. Me and Sasha, when she was working at Z93, and I was still at Magic 107.3,
Yeah.
and we had some good times and we had some great laughs. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Shasha says,
Sasha's my
"Sean,
girl.
you and Yanni were great together in the mornings. Stevie, you rock, and you know that." Tony says, "Southern man." Nancy says, "Country boy." D says, "Southern gentleman." So they getting started already.
Yeah, yeah. I'm a downright country boy. I'm one of them boys that played. I was a mile away from home, but I knew when that street light
Street
started
light.
buzzing, I knew I had to be on my grandma's front porch by the time that light was full blown. Yeah,
Yes, sir. That's
country
not just a
boy.
Southern thing. We had that happen up here as well. But you know, I have Charleston roots. My daddy was born in Charleston and raised Johns Island, Walmart Island, all that stuff. So I got a side of
Yeah.
me down there as well. So what actually got you into radio? What made you want to get into radio and start?
Music. I just love music. I was just music crazy. I would sneak into our church and play piano, and I taught myself how to play piano in the church, which
Okay,
I had a great time. Yes.
great,
So
great.
a lot of people don't know that I can play piano or keyboards, anything of that nature. But
I didn't know that. Knowing you all this time because you never brought the keyboard into the studio, so I wouldn't even know that, brother.
no, I'm not Teddy Riley.
Carry your keyboard around. Well, obviously, man, you're good. You're really, really great at what you do. I would consider you a Charleston legend in radio because, again, when I was there and we met, we had a wonderful chemistry, a bond, and I would come across the hall and sometimes sit in on the show. And then we did the show with Punch, the little Friday night, the house party thing.
Yeah, the Saturday night party with no name.
With
Yeah,
no name. We did that,
yeah.
man, and you really and you still have your show now. So tell them all what show you have now, as I just let you do it 7 days a week.
Yeah, 7 days a week, Monday through Friday. I'm on the air from 7 to 12, Monday through Friday, which I do a regular format from 7 to 10. And then at 10 o'clock, we have my show turns into a show called Magic After Dark.
Uh-oh.
and that's for the grown folk. Yeah.
almost like the calm after the storm,
It's almost like the calm after the storm,
but it's for grown folks.
but it's for grown folk. Nothing but grown folk. Yeah.
Okay, sweet. And then you do the Sunday afternoon, right?
Sunday afternoons is a different type of show. It is a oldie show, but my Sunday show, which is called the Old School Shakedown,
Okay.
that's a show designed for music lovers only. If you do not know anything about music, that's a show that you will not understand, because I go back into, back in the day, we bought albums. We
Yes.
didn't wait for the radio to, we waited for the radio to play a certain hit, and we loved that hit, and then we would go buy that album. But what we did, we listened to the whole album, the A side and the B side,
Right.
and the Old School Shakedown is designed for music lovers, which we take you back. No other radio stations play anything such as the War Live and New Birth. When you talking about New Birth, the first thing that comes to anybody's mind is been such a long time, or either Wildflower, but
Right.
they never heard Got to Get a Nut.
And say the title again.
It's called Got to Get a Nut.
Okay, you can say it. You can say it. It's after dark.
Yeah.
Nah, man, because I'm sure you'll be hipping some of the people that are watching tonight, because a lot of them, are music lovers and everything. But yeah, you got to go check out some of those other. Like when I used to do the show, I didn't want to stick to the program. I would stick to the program, but I would want to go in and get those songs that people that were on the albums or the CDs that were hot, but they weren't the popular released tracks. And I still do that today, kind of going back, digging all that kind of that sound, because back then all the music was on the album was tight. Every track was. Those cats put their blood, sweat, and tears into their music.
Yeah, well, the thing about it is that back then, we knew nothing about beat machines or anything of that nature. Everything that you heard at that particular time was played. It was the instrument played by someone human.
Yes,
It wasn't a beat machine or anything. Every instrument was played. Everybody back then in those groups, they were very talented, very talented.
Yeah, man, I love that live sound. It's nothing like the live sound. Technology can enhance things for certain situations, but when you can sit down and play, and that's why you play and I play piano and guitar, and I'm just teaching myself the bass and things. But when you can sit down, man, and just kind of be one with an instrument.
Yes.
It's so sweet. It's so sweet, man. It's really sweet.
Yeah.
So you have this. Do me a favor, just so the people that don't know your radio sound, do a break really quick, as you would do a break on your show. You're coming out of a song, going into a break, and you come back.
Okay, I'll do the best I can. But
man, do your thing, brother.
All right. Magic 107.3, Charleston's best R&B station, Patti LaBelle and Over the Rainbow. My friends, I want you all to hang around, because all of this goodness will get better. All you have to do is keep that dial locked. If you have anything musically that you would love to hear, just touch me up on the phone line at 721-1073. Here's no other than Beyonce Now, by request, on Magic 107.3.
Hey, man, I don't have a candle. I would raise a candle and some flames, but all I got is this bottle of alcohol I'm going to raise, brother. You almost had me sit back and go, I forgot I was doing the show for a second. That's that voice, man.
Believe it or not, right now, I am on the radio as we are speaking as of now.
Okay, explain that to folks that may not know what's understanding.
Well, since the pandemic has been going on, they wanted no one to really come into the radio station. So what they did, they had me set up to bring home with me. So I'm doing it at home at this particular time. Yeah, right. So I'm on the air right now, but I'm at home.
Yes, you are, and isn't that kind of nice? It's good to be up in that studio.
Oh yeah, man. I forgot to set my Crown Royal over here.
Maybe on the break if you need to go get it, brother. Because I know you be drinking it when you come on my show listening to music. I can tell you be sipping it next to you.
Yeah, well, I have to sit while I'm listening to your show, man, because you be putting us in such a groove, and the groove starts to feel so feminine. So I got to grab a drink to feel mannish. I got to feel like a man, man. Cause I'm like, damn, Shawn, you about to make me cry. I don't want to cry.
It's the music. Hey man, I'm a music lover too. So yeah, I get in my groove, and it's a beautiful thing. Let me read a couple of these comments. D says the old school shakedown is on point every time. Tony says grown folk radio. Katie says Southern. So she says southernbread.com. Brett says, oh yeah, I guess it's like connected to cornbread. Let's see. I hear you, sir. And let's see. Katie says, when you have to have real talent to be in a band. Talking about the playing of the instruments.
Yeah, yeah.
And she also says you need a 800 number. Now these people, it's not an 800 number. It's a 900 number. Talk to the freaks. We know what the hell it is. It's a 900 number. It's a sex line. Anyway, I didn't have one. I just know Stevie told me that. Denise says bravo, and let's see. Tyreek says he's sipping on some malt duck over at where he's at right now.
So malt duck. She went back to 1975.
He just told on himself too.
Well, I used to drink malt duck. I used to drink Thunderbird. And we also had a type of wine called the jug, which used to come in the jug. Yeah, yeah. I used to drink all that. Even private stock. What we used to call the green bottle. What we used to call the green monster.
Yes, sir. Came in a green bottle.
Yeah. So, then we got grown, and then they came out with a type of wine called Canai.
Yes, remember Canai.
So we got grown with that. But nothing was like the Wild Irish Rose, what we call Rick James.
They'll fight your mama. So all that good stuff, man. So, all right, so let's. So I mean, I know you're a happy dude, man. I know.
I am so blessed. I'm happy. I'm blessed. I love the Lord.
What are you thankful for, man? Today, what are you thankful for?
I am thankful for my life. I am thankful for the years that I had with my mother before my mother passed last year, October the 7th.
Yes, God bless.
Man, you look here. Believe it or not, Shawn, I'll start shouting in here if I
start telling
brother.
You. It's all right.
If I start telling you how grateful and how blessed that I am. It's like a lot of people. My mother, she was well known. She was a minister, and when she passed away, October the 7th of last year, when we had her funeral on October the 12th, a lot of the church was sold out,
okay.
so to speak.
Yeah.
But my mother said. She always told me that she did not want to be eulogized. So what I designed for her was a gospel concert.
Okay.
For her funeral. And people who knew me but did not know me didn't know how much I love God or how much I love his son Jesus. And I was so happy at my mother's funeral, and people were asking me, well, see, Stevie, how can you be so happy and joyful? Your mother just passed away. Well, my thing is that as long as I've been knowing my mother, my mother lived all her life to go home to meet Jesus.
Right.
And I was so happy for her because I know that's where she's at.
Right.
You know, so I was sad a lot of times for my own selfish reasons, but for my mother, I was so happy because she finally got to go where she's been trying to go all of her life. And
Right.
that did me ever so. And let me tell you something. At my mother's funeral, they started singing, and I told the front of that church up. I don't know if they replaced the carpet there or not, but I had a good time.
Oh, bless.
At my mother's funeral, I had a good time.
That's a
I
bless.
had a marvelous time.
Well, let me do this really quickly before I go into a break. I want you to, because there's some other things that you definitely you are thankful for, and we discussed it. You actually talked about it on the Expressions of Love and Romance live show. So I want
Uh-huh.
you to tap into that because, man, for me, again, like I told you, you inspire me daily. You post your spiritual messages, your energy as we communicate and talk with each other. You know what I'm saying? So let's tap into that really quickly.
Uh, I put those posts up to someone out there. Everybody's not having a good day every day, and sometimes when you post things on Facebook, it makes people's day, and it makes them think, and it makes them realize, and it
Right,
also shows people who don't know me outside of radio, don't know the type of person I am, but I am to show them that you don't have to be ashamed to know the Lord. You don't
right,
have to be
right,
ashamed.
right,
And that's one of the reasons why I post those posts that I do, to let them know I love God, and I'm thankful,
yes, sir.
and every day I can, I'm gonna give Him the praise, and I'm gonna give Him the glory,
Yeah,
and that's why I post the posts that I do.
and I appreciate that. I know some of the folks that didn't know you before my show, when they met you on the Expressions of Love show, now follow you, and they support your show. They support the daily messages, and you know you have no problem telling people. I know you shared it on Facebook about a personal situation that you're going through, because I do recall you showing that. But I know, because I know you, and you know, wanted to just kind of touch on that really quickly.
Yeah. Okay. 5 years ago, May 13th of 2013, I was diagnosed with a life-threatening blood disorder called TTP. And what TTP does, it destroys your red blood cells before it reaches your heart.
Mhm.
So in the last 5 years, I have received a little over 2,800 pints of plasma, which I had to take in the beginning of that for 86 days straight. I had to take in 23 pints of plasma every day at 6 a.m. for 86 days straight.
Mm.
And then they went to every other day, and then they went to every 3 days. And then I had a relapse, and I had to start all over. And within taking that chemo, I remember June 22nd of 2015, they gave me 48 hours to live.
Mm.
And I beat the odds.
And now, how long ago was that? That was 5 years ago.
That was 5 years ago, and I'm still here. So every day is a good day for me, which I enjoy each and every day. Whether it's, my mother always told me, anything that happens bad, she'd say, Stevie, no, my mother called me Steph.
Mm-hmm.
She'd say, Steph, the bad news is that you got to go through it. She said, but the good news is that you will get through it.
Right, right. So
And
simple.
I've been okay with that as far as I can remember. And God, I love the Lord. Jesus, I love him.
Hey man, again, that's why I'm so appreciative of you. You know the song, I've had some good days, I had some hills to climb, but you know
Yes.
that final words, the words in that song, I won't complain.
I won't complain.
I won't complain. And
I
that's
won't
what I
complain.
see. Well, sometimes we make things so much bigger than they are, and we don't know who's going through what around us or whatever. And my thing is saying is there's always somebody going through something possibly worse. But you man, are such a pillar of inspiration. You are such man, such kind of like a I take you to, and this is coming from my heart, man. You through over the years of being a friend, I'm so happy and proud to call you a friend, brother, because that's a mountain. This may not be no word, mountainous of you. It's big of you. It's
Mm,
mountainous of
yeah.
you, and you continue to try to inspire others as you go through your
Yeah.
day. And that's what the beautiful thing about you is. You understand? And that's a piece that I always pull and say, yo, that's my man Stevie. And that's a beautiful thing. So I appreciate you, man. And I want to say it in front of everybody because again, there's no shame in the game. Today is Thanksgiving, but you need to be thankful every single day.
Every single day.
Every day.
Every
Don't just
single day. You can't take any type of day for granted because there's so much going on. There's so much wickedness going on in this world today. You have to appreciate each and every moment that you are breathing
yes, sir.
because anything can happen at any time to where you don't even know if you don't know when your last breath is gonna be.
Right.
So you have to live life to the fullest. You
Right.
know, you just have to enjoy it. You
And,
just
and
have
we
to enjoy
and we're gonna continue to do that, Stevie, because
it.
we're gonna rock and roll into the next half hour where we're going to now get into some stuff that I'm sure you've been waiting on. And if the people that have been here on the regular show, they know the second half hour is all about love, romance, and getting into the mind, heart, and soul and spirit of my guest on that level. So we're gonna come back and we're gonna jump into Stevie Byrd, the lover side, and we're gonna see what can happen. I might have to change the title to After Dark with Shawn Cornelius / the dating game after this show tonight. Because you are a single brother, right? You are single.
Yes, I am a single person. I am single. And when you come back off the break, I'll tell you why I'm
I was going to say single, single by choice or by pandemic. We're going to find out exactly what's going on. So you guys out there, sit right back. If you got any questions for Stevie Byrd in the second half, make sure you get them together. We're going to take a quick break and come back with more After Dark with Shawn Cornelius with my very special guest, my brother, my friend, Mr. Stevie Byrd. All right, y'all. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to After Dark with Shawn Cornelius. He's still here, so he ain't afraid. He's still sitting up there. My man from Chucktown, Stevie Byrd, the man at Magic 107.3. Make sure you guys go and check out his show. He said he's on every night of the week. I know some of you guys already check him out on Sundays, but make sure you go and support. If you're not following him, then you're not a friend of his. Do it now. You're gonna get a lot of friend requests, I'm sure. And then so segueing into that, friends.
now we're getting ready to get into the show, right?
We get ready to get into it, brother, because people. I have written. I wrote a book called Expressions of Love and Romance. So
Yes,
so we're gonna
I'm,
have a
I'm
blast right
staying
now.
away from that book.
Yeah, you stuck now, brother. You're on the show. You stuck now. So let's get into it. You said before we took the break, you tell me when we came back why you're single, and then I'll ask you those questions that's going to turn the heat up. Why?
I dated I dated a girl for 5 years. Was very serious about the young lady. Um, oh, everything was good, man. We had fun. Everything was on the top shelf. When I got sick, like I say, I had to be at the hospital, Europa Hospital downtown, every
Mm-hmm.
morning at 6 a.m. I could not miss it. I had 3 ports coming out of my neck connected to my heart. That's how I took my plasma. But anyway, the girl I was dating, uh, I was in love. I
Okay.
I never been in love uh, I never knew the depth of being in love like that before in my life. So I was in love. Well, one morning I had to go take my plasma at 6 a.m. I got to the hospital and went to take my plasma, and the nurse that normally gives me my plasma wasn't there that morning, and nobody else knew how to give me that plasma. So they wanted me to come back the next day. Well, I left the hospital. I stopped and I ate breakfast, and when I got home, I'm like, wait a minute, now, whose car is in my driveway? You know,
Okay.
I'm like, whose car is in my driveway? Well, I walked on into the house. I walked into my bedroom, and the girl that I had been dating for 5 years was in bed with another man
Wait. In your house?
in my house. Yes.
Okay. Wait. Did she have a key?
Did she have a key? No,
Yeah.
we lived together. We lived
Oh, you were
together.
living together at this time. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So she was in the
Yeah.
house with another man
Yes. Yes. In my bed.
in your bed.
Yes.
So I can see why that ended.
I had my 38, which I didn't know what was going on, but I kept my 38 in the car, and I put my 38 on me, and I walked on in the house. Well, when I opened the door, God prepared me, and when I seen it, you know what I did? I turned around and I walked out. I got in my car and I left.
Mm.
And me being who I used to be, it wouldn't have turned out good
Right.
for neither one of them. But God prepared me for that day, and I turned around and I walked out. I mean, she wanted to talk, called me, time after time after time, same day. I wanted to talk, but at that point, it was nothing else to talk about.
Yeah. What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, nothing else to talk about. But let me tell you something. How love do you? A month after that, I decided to give her another chance. Even after I seen her in bed with another woman, I decided to give her another chance. And 2 weeks after I gave her that chance, same thing would continue to happen again.
She had other guys.
No, the same guy.
The same guy in your place again.
Yes, because I had to take my plasma for every
right. So
single
every
morning.
she knew the time frame you was gone.
Yeah.
Of course she knew. So she
Yeah.
was just all right. Okay. All right. So yeah, you're
And
obviously.
the thing about it is that this girl had she had children. She had children that her youngest child was 3 years old when I met her. And none of the kids, when I met her, none of the kids were doing good in school.
Mm-hmm.
With me being out of work, I went to their school. I sat in their classrooms, and I sat in their classrooms until everybody got their grades up.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody when I finished within 4 months, everybody was on honor roll. I took time out. I went and sat in the classrooms in the whole 9 yards.
So that you contribute that to love, and obviously you were a good man, because it could have gone so many different ways, and you would have been sitting here talking to us. So let me tell you. Let me tell you what we're going. Let me tell you what we're going to do. See,
Okay.
that's the first question was going to be, how important is love to you, and what is love to you? But obviously, you telling us that story, because everybody has their own definition or twist on love, and the way it is. I've been there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's fast forward. Let's fast forward. Let's say we got about 10 sexy women on Facebook who are single. Now I don't know if they're all single or not. Right? And they've listened to you for almost 35 minutes. And they know you Stevie Byrd from the radio. They know you Stevie Byrd got to do, you got the swerve.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing that
you're old school.
That's the thing that I don't want somebody to want me for, because I'm Stevie Byrd on the radio.
Right.
I want somebody to want me for who I am, other than the radio.
You see how smooth that was? Go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish.
And I guess that's one of the reasons why I fell in love with that girl, because she didn't know anything about me as far as being on the radio. I never told her, and she wasn't from Charleston. Her people was from Charleston, and she visited every now and then. But she never knew anything about me being on the radio.
But I hate to tell you, Stevie, you got the Magic 107.3 shirt on, right on camera. I introduced you as the dude from the radio. It's too late for that, Stevie. You can't play that game. You can't throw those cards out. So, they can meet you.
It's some people. It's some women out there that is mature enough to not look at that.
Right.
As far as Stevie been on the radio, they can look at me and they can say, he's an ugly man, but he's cool. He's cool.
This is man stuff. You're not an ugly man, and I'm comfortable with my manhood, brother. So.
Yeah, they can say, he's an ugly man, but he's cool. He might be a good guy to me.
Well, see, that's where I was going with this. They already know that you do the radio. It's too late for that. So, but it's now it's about the other stuff about Stevie Byrd, which we're going to find out now. So now he's got the visual of the T-shirt and everything and your history. What are 3 things that you can offer a woman, man, to make her say, you know what, I don't even care about your radio. I love you, or I want to be with you, Stevie Byrd, because I've been through it being a comic when I want somebody to want me for what I do. What are the top 3 things that you can offer a woman that were just outside of the radio?
Attention. That's one.
Okay.
Attention. I was pretty much raised by my grandmother, and even my grandmother at the age that she was at, she just wanted attention. She just wanted to be recognized. The other thing that I could offer is support. Okay. Support and just show a woman how to be loved, and someone who's willing to accept the love. Well,
you got 2 checks already from Tony. I just want to let you know. Tony said check. So keep on rolling, brother. 3 checks, I believe you're in.
And the third thing that I could offer a woman is to help direct them to know God.
I believe some more checks are going to come. I just gave you a check for that one. What I believe, you know how you hit the jackpot when you pull.
Well, you just can't have a relationship without God. You just can't do it. I don't care how much money you have, or how fine you are, or what you're driving. If you don't have God in your life, and if He's not the head of your life, you're going down a dark street.
Well, you definitely got 3 checks from Tony and a bunch of hearts and some smiley faces and a whole bunch of stuff. So now tell me the flip now, because we know what you bring. What does a woman have to bring? And they kind of could be similar, but try to do 3 different ones that attract you to women.
So, oh man.
Outside of, obviously we know the physical, but outside of that, what would?
No, it has nothing to do with physical.
I have to disagree for a little bit, because that's the first thing you see. That's the first thing that attracts you.
Well, the first thing that attracted me is a woman's eyes.
Okay, so that's physical.
Yeah, you can look at it that way.
Okay, we on the same page. Okay, good. So the eyes, that they do it for you right away.
I love a woman's eyes, dude. Oh, her eyes. Man, look at here. Can I get my drink now?
Brother, go ahead. You see I got my little sippy cup, but this is water. Go ahead.
Wait, give me 2 seconds.
So look, now I got to talk to you guys. I had never had this happen before. A guest get up and just leave me to go get his drink. But we're going to let him get his drink and get a little comfortable. I see you, Tony, talking about he got it, all three. Where you say, no, but some people aren't ready for how good of a man you are. Thank you very much, because that's cool to tell them. Right, there aren't some. Well, you know what? It's after dark, and it's all wonderful. So we got about 20 minutes left. we know you ain't gonna check out by the time the show get over.
No, sir. That's just a little communion right there.
God bless you, son. God bless you. Let me read these comments while you get your drink together.
Okay.
Denise says, check for Tony. Nancy says, I know what you mean. I learned what real love is with my last relationship. Sad that he was just playing games, cheating on me for 3 years with his ex-wife, thanks to my iPad that was making sounds. What? I guess you found out with the iPad. Ooh. Okay. And she said, I checked it and I saw the text messages, and it was them talking about the sex they were having. Nova says some people connect beyond looks. They see spirit. Again, here's what I'm going to tell you, though. You cannot see a person's spirit until you see a person physically first. Now, the physical can bring you to them, and then you can see everything else, but there's no way to not see a person physically first. And then again, well, in Stevie's case too, you're seeing those eyes, you're seeing those hips, you're seeing the lips, you're seeing their hair, you're seeing their legs. And then you go and say, wow, I think I want to meet her. Or I think I want to meet her. Then you start communicating, you get all that stuff.
A lot of times when you continue to say physical, you can be on the other side of a wall and you can hear a woman speak. And that would turn you on and drive you to a woman as well.
That's true.
Just hearing her voice or the way she talk or things that she's saying, which is not physical at all.
You got a point. I don't know how many walls you be hiding behind where this has happened to you, but it's a good point. Obviously, you've done this before, because nobody comes up with that example.
Yeah, well, the thing about it, Shawn, is that I love a woman. I love my grandmother. I love my mother. I love my aunties. I love my woman. And to see them, well, not my grandmother, but to see my mother and my aunties who went through things at relationships when I was like 10 and 12 and 10 and 12 and they were like 20, 25 and 30 at the time, and I seen them going to grandma or going to granddad crying because of what a man has done to them, really taught me to respect a woman, for one. Mm-hmm. Treat her the way that you would like to accept the treatment.
Right.
And that's where I am. But I just in radio, you meet a lot of women. You see a lot of women. A lot of women come after you.
Yes, sir.
But those are women. I would like to see a lady come after me.
Right. Well, see, you work with you on Magic. I was on Z with the young folks, so I can't. You know what I'm saying? You got the older folk, women coming at you. I was working on Z, the young folks station.
Yeah. The women you had coming after you, they were they were still doing Crayola crayons.
Hold on. Don't put that out there like that. Don't you even do it to yourself, because these people I know over here will take that and run with it like I did. You see, obviously I'm not in jail, so there was nothing. I knew the age bracket, so that's a chill on that one. So let me jump at you real quick.
Can I borrow that Play-Doh?
Well, listen, look, your folks, you would be messing with somebody's grandmama from your side of it, so it's all good. At least you wouldn't.
Cougars, baby, Cougars.
Good. And Black Panthers and Cougars. I got you. Sweet. So, Stevie, how would you rate yourself and on the level of romance, and whatever romance is your definition, on a 1 to 10 level? How would you rate your romance level?
I would rate my romance level as on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say 8.
Okay. And why 8? Why 8?
Well, that's because romance. A lot of folks take romance as sex. Romance has nothing to do with sex. Romance has something to do with your mind, with your position, and where you are. You can romance a woman by just looking at her. You know, those vibes. You catch those vibes. The romance is just vibes that's going back and forth. And if you're feeling, and you can tell if she's feeling what you're feeling, or if you're feeling what she's feeling, that's the romance part of it right there.
Hey, Stevie.
Yeah.
I think you've been listening to this dude called a Romantic Funny Man. He got a show called Expressions of Love. I think you've been stealing some of his stuff, Stevie.
No, man.
That's a beautiful thing.
I just go straight from the heart. I love to love, and I love to be loved.
Right.
I would love to have a woman that I wake up in the morning and I'd be like, even if we were living together, or even if we were married, I would love to see a woman just walk out the door going about her day, or if she's going on her job, and if she's going on her job, and I'd be like, hey, you know what? I need to send Boo some flowers today, just to make her day. You have to continue to keep each other interested, because you change as you get older. You continue to change, and they continue to change. But what is going to keep them interested? What is going to keep the relationship powerful? What's going to keep the relationship strong? So I'm gonna do everything on my end, which leads into both our ends to make us both feel safe and comfortable. I'm like, hey, you know what? Let me send Boo some flowers today. Let me make her smile. Let me do something out of the unusual.
All right. Yeah. Well, let me ask you this, Stevie, because you live in Charleston, South Carolina. You're getting a, let's see, Santa says, hey, Stevie Byrd. Pam says, I totally agree with DJ Stevie Byrd. Let's see, Katie says, right, you have to control date your mate. And I hope all of these are ladies. Well, they may not be ladies that are involved. Because see, I need to get some of them, that all these talkers on the show, and so they can stop hiding behind Facebook. You know what I mean, and get them on. But they'll hide behind Facebook. Pam said, I have a great question for DJ Stevie. Why is romance important to you, and how does it make you feel?
Why is romance important to me?
And how does it make you feel? Yeah.
And how does it make me feel? Romance is very important to me. It's just like, how can I put it? Let me put it this way. It's just like you're going to church, and you get a touch of that Holy Ghost, and how that makes you feel. You are so up here and happy. Same thing inside of a relationship. The romance is the spirit, the Holy Ghost, of your love, of your relationship.
I
And that's
agree.
and that's the way I look at it. Yeah. Oh, I can if I got a woman that I love and that I'm into, yes, I can catch the Holy Ghost and smile all day and dance all day and be so happy for her. That's the way I look at it, love and relationships
You know what?
and
I'm sorry.
romance.
Go ahead. Yeah. No, and that's important because it is a piece of it. It is like you said in the example you gave, because romance is a part of a relationship. There's no way to have a successful relationship without romance. Like when you go to church, you can't go to church and not get the message, the sermon.
Right.
You got to have
Right.
that because it's a part of the itinerary. So the itinerary of a relationship, you've got to have conversation, communication. You've got to have trust. You've got to have loyalty. You've got to have sex. You have to have romance. You got to have
And you have
intimacy.
to and you have to feel that spirit.
And you gotta have, like you said, God in place as a foundation, whatever you believe, however you believe. And then she says, but you're on the giving end. Why is that important? She said, why is it important? But you're on the giving end. Why is it important, I guess, for you to give it? I think if I'm understanding her question.
Well, the thing about it is that a lot of times you just have to show you people. A lot of people, women and men, don't know everything. Sometimes you have to show them.
Hmm.
That's why I give, and more or less the reason I give because I'm a country boy, and my granddad. I watched my granddaddy do everything. My granddaddy showed my grandmother love. He showed his children love. He directed them and he guided them to embrace love. That's why you got kids nowadays. Kids don't know how to love because they're
Right.
not receiving love from their parents.
Exactly.
So when
Facts.
you go put your arm around a woman now, well, if she hadn't been receiving that love at home, she's not going to feel too comfortable with you hugging her or kissing her or whatever the case may be. So it's very important for me to show them uh, where we need to go, or where we would like to go, or where I would like to go. You
Right.
know,
Right.
and folk, you learn from each other. Just like she could show me things that maybe I'm not used to. With me being a country boy, maybe they did stuff in the city that I just didn't know. You
Right.
know.
Right. Right. Wonderful. Okay, let me read a couple of these comments and we're gonna jump to something else. Nancy says, "Country boy, she loves the conversation because of the way you're speaking on things. Being in a relationship is an act of service to and for each other." That comes from D. And Tony says, "That's the Southern flair. So smooth, such a gentleman." Now, and that is, it's connected to Southern men, but we don't want to take anything away from the Northern guys. But it is a characteristic of Southern gentlemen, Southern, because of just what you said, the grandparents and how it's done in the South. So different when I left New York and went down to Charleston to be with my dad and the things that I saw. You know what I'm saying? I was raised properly through my mother as up here as well, but it's a different piece of cake down there. Now hold it, Stevie. Now we're gonna get into something because I want them to know some things about you because now you done set these ladies up. You done started their hearts are fluttering. You're all over the place. Tony now has competition out there. So Tony has competition out there. So I want them to know I got a little game that I play favorite sevens when we getting towards the end of the show because we're getting towards the end of the show. But this is great. A matter of fact, I think once we close out, I don't have to end this. I just got to close out the show properly for editing purposes, and we can continue to talk for a little bit. But it's called favorite sevens, and I'm going to just say 7 things, and I want you to tell me your favorites when I give you the category. All right.
All right.
All right. We're going to jump right into it. What is your number one? What is your favorite food?
Pinto beans.
Pinto beans.
Yes.
Okay. No explanation needed. It's all good. That's some more Southern stuff. Number two, what is your favorite now? Because you're a music man, this jockey, you've listened to much music. Your favorite all-time song? Favorite song?
My favorite all-time song. Wow. Um, uh, I will have to go with the Temptations version of a song for you.
Song for you that you several times you requested that when I was doing the shows. So I knew
Yeah.
that was one. Okay, so the Temptations version of Song for You was a beautiful, beautiful version. It is.
Yeah. Yeah, the reason I like that one over the one that Donny Hathaway sings is because the Temptations put more feeling. They paint a more visual picture of that song than Donny does.
Okay, but what's so cool about it though? Sometimes when people do those recreations or those covers, they grab that from the original and they're able to put more into it or express it because of the foundation or the basic blueprint of the original. But if you guys have not heard it, you should definitely go check it out, the Temptations version of Donny Hathaway's song. Now, here we go. Favorite movie all time?
Favorite movie all times.
Or the one you can remember right now.
I'm gonna have to take you back. A movie I went to see when I was 7 years old.
Okay.
I was in Sunday school, and the Sunday school class went to see this movie, and I've been wanting this movie ever since. And the name of the movie is called Sounder.
So I know it. I know it.
Yeah.
I know it. Yeah, Sounder. Okay.
Yeah.
Check it out, y'all. If you don't know it, look it up. Don't call me or ask me what's the movie about. What is it? Look it up yourself. Sounder. Yes, sir. All right. What's your favorite state? Favorite
state, North Carolina.
North Carolina, because is that where you're originally from?
That's where I'm originally from, and there's no place like home. You can click your heels or whatever you want to do.
That drink's starting to kick in, ain't it? You making Wizard of Oz references on Thanksgiving.
There's no place like home.
No place like home. All right. Favorite time of the day, or in a 24-hour span for lovemaking. Favorite time for lovemaking.
Ooh.
Physical lovemaking.
Favorite time of the day for lovemaking.
Yes, sir. And obviously, in your opinion, for Stevie Byrd.
I would say 9 or 10 p.m.
9 or 10 p.m. So that means we just missed it about an hour ago.
Yeah.
So now your phone.
And the reason I say that is that we start making love roughly at 9 or 10 p.m.
Okay.
I have enough time after that to enjoy the rest of the night with you.
I ain't go. Okay. All right. Sounds good to me, brother. I thought you were going to say we have the rest of the night to listen to the Stevie Byrd show or watch After Dark with Shawn Cornelius.
No, Stevie Byrd show is out the window at that point.
If you throw yourself away,
that's a night that I would be off.
That sounds fantastic. All right. Well, all right. Your favorite comedian all time?
Favorite comedian of all times is Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor. Kind of had a feeling that's what it's going to be.
Yeah, Richard Pryor.
The king, the original king.
The original king, Richard Pryor.
All right. Okay, I got one more for you on that level. Favorite black TV show?
I've had to say Sanford and Son.
Sanford and Son. Okay. I would agree, man. We know when I say TV, nobody really does today's shows, the substance of those old shows. If I watch Good Times every Saturday, the marathon, and I watch Sanford and Son on Sunday nights, the marathon, and I know every show, every line, but I still sit and watch it, man, because those were very good shows, and groundbreaking shows. All right, so check this out, Stevie. Man, you know how they say time flies when you're having fun. I'm going to go back to some of these comments really quickly. Let's see. Pam says she loves cake. Carla King says pinto beans. I got you. Pam says her favorite movie is Scent of a Woman. Tony says, "Oh, when you said, I guess when you said I have the rest of the night to be with you and spend time with you." Clap, 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 clap.
Easy, Tony.
Carla says she loves the show, loves the interview, man. So it's been a really, really nice situation. Very interesting show. She says she's enjoying. And Nancy says, I love the Jeffersons. And Carla also says, very touching answers, man. I think you're a hit, Stevie. I think you're a hit on this show. I think you did it, man. I don't even have to think about it. So listen, we have run out of time only on this show, but not out of our friendship, our brotherhood, our love for you. Can you please tell the folks out there watching still on Facebook how to get in contact with you, your information as far as social media? His number is 555-7272 or 777-9311. Tell them how
you can hit me up on on Facebook at Stevie Byrd. That's Bird with the Y. Or you can hit me up on Instagram at Stevie Byrd 11, and that's where I am.
All right, and tell them the show times again, man. On Magic.
My show time on Magic 107.3. I'm on each and every day from Monday through Saturday from 7 p.m. to 12 p.m. 12 a.m. and then on Sunday afternoons from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Which I do the what we call the old school shakedown.
And Stevie, do me one more favor, man, because I definitely love you, man. You did a great job, and I thank you. I'm so humbled that you came on to sit and talk with me, man, as I get this platform and build this platform. Anything you want to say in about a minute to the folks or whoever's watching, because you gave some very wonderful messages tonight. So if you have one final one to share with folks, can you do that, please?
Well, what I would say is that I always go back to the beginning of everything that started my life and took me through my life. Don't be ashamed of God. Don't be ashamed of Jesus, his son. Love the Lord and praise him and thank him each and every day for every second of your day. Even for the things that he has not done today, thank him in advance for the things that he would do tomorrow.
Exactly.
So just continue to keep God in your life, because the devil is just as real as God.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So all I'm saying, people, is that it's time to get yourself closer to the Lord. And I would leave it right there. There's nothing else to say.
Stevie, man, again, brother, I ain't ashamed. Would never been, man. I love you, brother, and I thank you so much. Continued blessings in all you do. You know, we're going to remain, obviously, we stay in touch periodically, and we'll catch up with each other here and there. But I want to send you one of my Enough is Enough t-shirts so that the next time you come on my show, you can wear my shirt. And I'm going to send you, I
will be honored to.
My paraphernalia, a water bottle, so that we can continue to tell the world what they need to stop doing, or society, as far as the negative things in life, and just love people. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you guys over there on Facebook. I appreciate you all. And as I always say, closing these shows out, please always go with God in your heart. Have a peace of mind. And have a wonderful, wonderful tomorrow. And I'll catch you back around the corner on After Dark with Shawn Cornelius. Thank you again, Stevie Byrd. God bless you.
And I thank you. It was an honor. It was a pleasure.
It was great. This show's going to have some of the highest ratings that I ever had. And Tony said, let's connect. I don't know what that means, Stevie, but I think she said, let's connect. I got to be careful with people that just come up to you and say those kind of things. Hey, man, have a blessed night, and I'll be in touch with you again soon.
All right. Thank you much, sir. Have
a good
night.
Brother. You too, man.
Bye-bye.